Welcome, everybody, to another playoff edition of Football Friday Night. I'm Adam Cellini alongside Dwayne Lindo. And Dwayne, exciting night. 2 regional finals right here on the Suncoast.
Yeah, it's been a great season. I had talked to a coach yesterday. He said, if you're playing Thanksgiving, you know you earned the right to play in the playoffs. You know, two teams.
Right. It's a good thing. It's a good thing to practice on Thanksgiving and play on Black Friday. And we had a 2-for-1 special for you guys tonight. We're going to start in Class 8A, the Riverview Rams, coming off of a huge road win hosting Orlando-based Dr. Phillips tonight in the Ram Bowl. It's the Panthers' second straight playoff trip to the Ram Bowl. They beat Riverview 21-0 last year. They also beat the top seed Osceola to advance to this game tonight. Second drive of the game for Dr. Phillips right here. It's Devodney Alford taking a direct snap. He shakes a few Rams, and he is in for the game's first touchdown. Ensuing Riverview possession, Jamar Johnson taking a swing pass through a wall of Panther defenders, and he is off to the races up the sidelines.
Electrifying player.
Great play, and a great play by that safety. Caught him at the 10. They'll have to settle for a field goal. Second quarter, Rams facing a 3rd and 15. Arthur Brantley hits Stephon Turner with a strike. That's enough to move the sticks and set up a 25-yard field goal attempt. Easy money for Dorian Hall. Rams closing that gap to just 1 point. Here are the Panthers with less than a minute in the half. Bashawn McCray pulling it down on 3rd and 11, and he is off to the races as well. Right up the middle, 65-yard touchdown for the Panthers senior quarterback, and the Dr. Phillips bleachers going crazy before the half.
Oh, boy.
But the Rams able to answer coming out of the locker room. That's Ollie Boyce breaking off his longest run until this point, 15 yards, touchdown. But Dr. Phillips comes back with 2 more second-half touchdowns, and they knock the Rams out for the second straight year, 28-19 your final at Riverview. So, Dwayne, the Rams just kind of running out of steam, but what a great season they had under their first-year head coach, Josh Smithers, this season.
Yeah, you know, a tough break for Riverview, but they finished 11-2 on the season, shutting out 3 teams in their district, so let's not forget that. Although they lose Jamar Johnson and Arthur Brantley, they do get back Ollie Boyce. I'm sure they're happy about that. And Zy Grable on offense. They also get back Ziggy Williams and Johnny Dawson on defense, too. So,
and that was a lot of names we heard tonight, too. I mean, really, a lot of these guys that are coming back, a ton of experience throughout the season. So, I mean, that's a huge advantage if you're a coach, right?
Right, yeah. I mean, these are key players that are coming back next season. Obviously, the 2 key players, Jamar Johnson and Arthur Brantley, you lose. But, I mean, they have a great season, or they should have a great season going into next year.
And what they're doing is building a culture, I think, and that's huge, too. You know, these younger guys, they see the winning ways, and it catches fire in a program, for sure.
Yeah, that's the reason why Riverview is usually at the top of their game every single year.
There you go. Well, let's move on forward to Class 7A, the number 1 seed in the region, Venice. They play a number 2 seed that has won 11 straight games, beat their district opponent, Palmetto, last week. And Dwayne, offensively, this Tampa Bay Tech team matches up pretty well with the Indians.
Well, Adam, the Tampa Bay Titans have a quarterback passing for over 2,000 yards this season, comparable to Bryce Carpenter. They also boast 2 starting receivers over 6 feet and one of the best running backs in the area. The Venice defense will have their hands full, but according to head coach John Peacock, they've been waiting for this moment all season. First series, it's the running back I mentioned earlier, Trayshawn Ward, for 38 yards. This kid has over 1,000 on the year with 15 touchdowns. Indian defense holds them. They get nothing out of it. Venice offense takes over, and it's the familiar tandem of Carpenter to Hiley, completely burning the Titan defender. This time for a whopping 59 yards. Indians on the board, 7-0. All they need to do is put the gas on the pedal here. But it's the University of Tennessee commit, Michael Penix Jr., taking it 80 yards for the score. We have a tie ball game, Adam. And I got to tell you, this is the second week I've seen him play. Just an electrifying player, I tell you. Now, still in the first, I think the coaching staff got to them because it's Brandon Gregory for about 54. Untouched. Look at that.
Look at that. Big hole to run through. And that Gregory runs hard, man. Don't take him for granted.
You got it. Indians lead 14-7. In the second, Indians continuing what they started. Carpenter to Hiley for 4 yards, you see there. Carrying the load for this offense, Adam.
All season.
Yeah, you see here, Hiley gets the first down deep into the Titans' territory. And the next play, 14 yards. Carpenter, Hiley. Yeah, of course.
How is well, he's not open. He's double covered. I was about to say, how is this guy even open? But
yeah, I mean, you know, coaches on the other side had to double cover him, but, you know, it's still a touchdown. Indians never look back at him. They win this one big, 48-17.
Yeah, and two seniors on that as well. You know, Carpenter and Hiley, like we were talking about seniors before, they're going to do great things. Possibly going to Coastal Carolina together next year.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Carpenter definitely going as far as I know. We'll see if his wide receiver follows.
All right. Yeah. Well, coming up, we'll have another playoff edition of Friday Night Sights, plus
a thriller in Orlando between UCF and USF. Highlights from the war on I-4.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Christmas Traditions by LuxArt Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by LuxArt Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential. There's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline if you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death. You must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055.
My life motto is keep moving. And as hard as it was when my husband passed away, I knew I had to keep doing what I love. Oops, coming. But I needed help with my insurance, and that's what the NAIC provides. They have resources to help you and your family make the best decision, and they'll help you to keep moving forward, just like me.
Download the all-new ABC7 First Alert Weather app now.
Back to Football Friday Night. If we're talking playoffs, we have to mention St. Stephen's, who locked up their second straight Sunshine State Athletic Conference title last Saturday, beating Windermere Prep in Orlando 49-21. Dwayne, we couldn't be there, but based on what we saw this season, I mean, any surprise?
No, you know, look, this team led by Fred Billy, his running back Chase Brown. These guys were just off the chain this year. Chase Brown running for more than 1,300 yards with 24 touchdowns on the season. Fred Billy also passing for 1,300 yards with 20 touchdowns on the season. I mean, these guys, 2 in a row.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys were just
23-game win streak. They just scored, I think, averaged 44 points. Incredible run from last season. I think they lost their first one last season and just haven't lost since. So great win for those seniors. Well, let's switch gears. Let's head up to Orlando, where some former Suncoast stars squared off in an action-packed UCF-USF rivalry game tonight. 7 local standouts on this roster, Dwayne, from both of these teams.
Yeah.
And we're going to start right in the fourth quarter. Bulls up 34-28, but Mackenzie Milton actually puts UCF up by 1 with that long touchdown. Then the Knights get the ball back. Milton dumping one off to Otis Anderson. And Anderson gives the Knights the lead, but here's Quentin Flowers, who goes over the top with less than 2 minutes to go. Darnell Salomon on the receiving end of that one. So the Knights will have 1:40 left to answer. But Mike Hughes says, you know what?
Oh, boy.
I've got this one.
Jeez.
95 yards
Insane.
to the house.
Insane.
On that ensuing kick return. I mean, just a seesaw game in Orlando, and one that, Dwayne, you were saying this could be the biggest game for both teams this season.
Right. You know, this is the actual game that, these two teams have played each other before, obviously, but this is the key game for both squads. Obviously, a recruiting tool for both squads. Charlie Strong and Frost over at UCF. These guys will be able to recruit just based on this game.
Absolutely, but nothing to hang their heads about. I mean, really two great seasons, whatever happens. So, Dwayne, I want to do a little bit of talking about the playoff system. We saw the new point system play out this year, and what were your thoughts on it?
Well, look, Palmetto, I think, really got, and a few other teams really got the better end of the deal because, and we've talked about this all season, the fact that Palmetto really couldn't get their ticket punched into the playoffs because of the system we had previously. Obviously, with the point system, they're a great team. Dave Marino, a great coach. They were able to punch themselves into the playoffs, winning the first round against Pinellas Park. Obviously, a tough loss against Tampa Bay Tech, but that was a great Tampa Bay Tech team that they lost to.
Absolutely. And then Port Charlotte, they made it in at number 8 and played a thriller against a 1-seed Naples that we got to see a bit of that game. I like it because I think we are seeing some of the best teams square off in the playoffs.
Of course, Port Charlotte has made it in previous years, but the fact that, Port Charlotte could sneak in, they weren't as good as they were last year, but they could sneak in as an 8th seed based on their points. I mean, it was great for them. And like you said, they almost beat Naples, so that was crazy in and of itself.
I think it kind of backed up the whole thing. Plus, Port Charlotte, a worse district record than Charlotte High School, but better in the point system.
Right.
And I think it worked out. I think Port Charlotte maybe was the hotter team to go in the playoffs.
Right. And the point is they played they had the better, or the strength of schedule was better than Charlotte, so
yeah, there you go.
That was it.
And a win is a win is a win. Well, coming up, we got our football Friday night sites and fan of the week. Stick around.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
It's the holiday sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKX Sport Utility for $349 per month, or Lincoln's flagship, the 2017 Continental, for $449 per month. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Lincolns. These vehicles have warranties up to 100,000 miles and come with complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury. Winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Sun Coast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-685-6422, 800-685-6422.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Welcome back. You've seen the players tonight. Let's take a look at some of the fans outside the sidelines. We start with Riverview, the cheerleaders huddling up on a chilly night for Florida, I would say.
Yeah, you know, and the band is in Chicago, so chilly night for them.
Absolutely, even chillier.
Yeah.
Also, the concession boosters working their tails off tonight, feeding an army. Go down to Venice, a quick picture of the coin toss. There you have it, the Venice captains. And back to Riverview, we got a family affair with Sarasota Emergency Services, bringing the family out to help out with the game. And finally, our fan of the week, this little assistant coach helping the long snapper get some reps. They're on the sidelines. How about that?
Yeah, future high school football player there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to mention Brendan Uribe, you know, for Venice, a great guy, defensive line. Coin toss there. So I just had to drop names, you know what I mean?
Speaking of Venice, they have another grudge match, St. Thomas Aquinas, who has knocked them and Braden River out the last 2 years.
It's a rematch for Venice. So St. Thomas Aquinas won 48-6. Next week, Venice, St. Thomas Aquinas.